She sat on the top step with her knees pressed together, staring at the empty rocking chair. The armrest was chipped, wood pale where the varnish had peeled. The breeze didn't move it. Nothing did. It hadn't rocked since the week they buried him. The first sound she noticed was the drag. Something scraping gravel, slow and steady. Then bare feet on the wooden planks. She didn't turn around. "You're bleeding," she said. "No, I ain't." The voice answered, low and muddied. She glanced down. His foot left a faint red mark on the bottom step. She looked at the sack he'd dragged behind him. It was frayed at the edges, patched with rust-colored canvas. She still didn't turn. "You're on my porch." "I see that." "You dragging trash through my yard." "Cleaning it." "Didn't ask you to." "Didn't wait for you to." He bent down, picking a crooked nail from between two planks, flicked it off the edge, bent again. "Glass this time." "You don't live here." He didn't reply. The porch groaned beneath his weight. "You deaf?" "No, ma'am." She turned her head, finally. He was thin but not young, hair like wire, cheekbones sharp, sweat on his neck. "What's your name?" "It doesn't matter." "Maybe not to you. This is my house." He looked up at her. "You ain't said your name." "Ruth." He nodded like he already knew. His hand scraped across the floor again, lifting a shard of broken porcelain. She watched him fold it into a cloth with care. "Where do you come from?" He shrugged. "Down the road." "No one lives down the road." "Still came from it." She stood. "I don't need help." "Didn't say you did." "Do you need food?" He didn't answer. "I can give you something and you can go." "I'll finish this first." Ruth crossed her arms. "You think I'm going to pay you?" He paused. "I didn't ask. I've had people walk onto this porch before. Salesmen, preachers, one man with a snake in a bucket. Never had one just start picking at the floor like a dog." "You're bleeding," he said, nodding at her hand. She glanced down. A splinter had caught her palm. She hadn't noticed. She walked past him into the house, rinsed the cut in silence. When she came back, he was kneeling, brushing dirt into a pile with his bare hand. "You got a place to sleep?" "Sometimes." "You clean porches for a living?" "I clean things that need it." "I don't remember hiring you." He looked up again. "You want it to stay like this?" "Like what?" "Sharp, empty, quiet." Her mouth tightened. She looked past him toward the road. "I'll pay you," she said. "I don't want to pay." She dug into her apron anyway, pulled out a 5. He didn't move. "You come back tomorrow," she said. "I'll have more." "I don't want money." "What do you want?" He turned toward the chair. The rocking chair hadn't moved, but the wind had started. One leaf fluttered across the steps. He stared at it like it meant something. "You know what day it is?" she asked. "No." "The same day he died. 4 years now." He didn't respond. "I used to rock a long time out here, when it still smelled like tobacco." "You had a boy?" he asked. She blinked. "No." "A girl?" "No." He touched the arm of the chair, gently, like it hurts. "My husband died here," she said. "The sheriff said. I found him with the porch light still on. He used to keep it on for me when I went to church, even when I stopped going." The man nodded slowly but didn't speak. Ruth stepped closer, still holding the money. "Why here?" "Because it's quiet." "There's other quiet places." "Not like this." "You said you clean things." "Sometimes." "You clean people too?" His fingers tightened on the wood, then loosened. He stood and dusted his hands on his shirt. "I had a house once," he said, "with a porch, not as wide, but it had good sun." "You lose it." He nodded. "How?" He looked at her directly for the first time. "Fire." "Yours?" He didn't answer. She lowered her hand. The $5 bill floated down, landed on the step. He didn't touch it. "I got coffee," she said. "You want some?" He shook his head. "Tea?" "No." "Where are you sleeping tonight?" "Right here." She stared at him. "You think I'm going to let you?" "I don't think anything, but the baby'll like it here." The knock came before sunup. Not loud, just enough to pull Ruth from sleep. She sat up on the edge of the bed, heart already moving faster than her legs. She didn't light the lamp. She crossed the floor barefoot, creaking the door open slowly. He was there again. Same shirt, same dirt-caked feet. This time, arms full. The quilt was faded and stained, wrapped tight around something small. Her eyes dropped to it, then shot back up to his face. "What the hell's that?" "Baby." "I can see that. Why's it here?" "Didn't have nowhere else." She stepped out, pulling the door halfway closed behind her. You think this is a damn orphanage? No. Then why are you at my door holding that like it's mine? It's quiet here, he said. The baby sleeps better. She stared at him, at the bundle. A small arm had slipped out, pale and still. She jerked her chin toward the road. Take it somewhere else. Already tried. Try harder. It doesn't belong to me. It sure as hell doesn't belong to me. He didn't answer, just rocked on his heels. Where's its mother? Gone. Dead? No. Then go find her. She doesn't want it. You do. He looked at her like she hadn't asked a real question. I want it to live. You drop it off with the sheriff? Sheriff knows me. He doesn't take things from me. You steal it? No. Then who gave it to you? He looked down at the bundle. Didn't get a name. Jesus. He shifted his weight. The baby stirred. A weak sound barely left its mouth. You feed it? He nodded. Got some powder. Not much. From where? Stole it. Course you did. He looked up again. Ain't asking for charity. Sure feels like you are. I'll work. No. I'll sleep outside. No. He didn't move. The baby whimpered again. She hated how it cut through her. You carried it around all night? He nodded once. In that? It stays warm. Smells like mildew. It's clean under the top. You don't look clean. I ain't the one that matters. Her hand touched the edge of the door. This ain't a place for babies. Then what is it? A porch. A quiet one. I like quiet. You don't respect it. I do now. She stared at the bundle again. How old? Can't tell. You don't know? It cries like it's new. She closed her eyes, exhaled. I'm not letting you in. He nodded. You hear me? Yes, ma'am. You take it and go. No. Excuse me? Can't go. Babies don't travel well. Then it dies. He flinched. Not if it sleeps. Not my problem. It is now. You got some nerve. I got a baby. You think that's enough? I think it's what I got. She stepped back, shaking her head. You're out of your mind. I might be. You're not staying. I don't need to be inside. You want to camp on my porch till it doesn't cry so loud. No. Just tonight. No. I ain't asking forever. You weren't invited yesterday either. He nodded at the chair. It still doesn't rock. She slammed the door, locked it, didn't look back as she walked into the kitchen, made coffee, poured it, didn't drink, set the cup down. I looked out the window. He hadn't moved, still holding the thing like it belonged to the porch now. She didn't draw the curtain, sat down instead. When the crying started, it was thin, like air squeezing through cloth. Then louder again. It didn't stop. She finished the coffee, poured another, turned on the radio just to hear something else. The static was worse. She turned it off. Night stretched slowly. At midnight, she cracked the window open, crying still there. At 1, she stepped outside, didn't look at him, just walked past, down the steps, stared at the sky, came back, sat on the top step. He didn't say anything. Neither did she. At 3, the crying stopped. She didn't feel relieved, just a hollow ring where the sound had been. She turned her head toward him. He hadn't moved. Is it dead? No. You sure? Sleeping. You do that? Rocked it. With what? My arms. She looked at the bundle, still. Then at his face. He looked past her, toward the woods. Why here? She asked. Felt right. You just woke up and decided. I had a dream. What kind? Didn't see your face. Just the chair, porch, quiet. You believe in dreams? Sometimes. You think this one's real? It's happening. You think I'm going to help you? I think you haven't run me off yet. Don't mistake pity for permission. I ain't. You think that baby's going to save you? No. You want me to pretend it will? No. She stood. Cold air bit her legs. You both better be gone, come sunrise. He didn't nod, didn't answer, just kept holding the bundle close. She stepped back inside, shut the door slowly, locked it again. The baby hadn't stopped. It wailed through the dark and into the pale hours when the sky turned thin and colorless. Ruth sat at the edge of her bed, shoes untied, hands on her knees. Her face was drawn, lips dry. The porch boards creaked every time the rag picker shifted. He hadn't moved far from where she left him. She hadn't slept. At 6 sharp, she tied her laces, pulled on her coat, and walked out past him. Didn't say a word. He didn't ask where she was going. The baby kept crying. She walked fast. Gravel cracked under her boots. The road bent once before flattening near the square. The sheriff's office sat behind the old mill store, where no one went anymore unless they needed a fishing license or a favor. The blinds were crooked. The door opened. She stepped inside. He was sitting behind the desk, boots up, radio mumbling in the corner. Sheriff Bilon. Long face, skin like dirt, badge dulled from years of finger oil and forgetting. He didn't look up. I need a word. You got one. I got more than one. Then speak 'em. There's a man on my porch. Been there since yesterday. Plenty of men wander. He's got a baby. That made him glance up. His? Says it's not. He leaned back. Then whose? Says he doesn't know. Says she didn't want it. You believe him? No. Then what do you want from me? Make him leave. That's not what we do. It's exactly what you do. He scratched his chin. Rag pickers come and go, Ruth. Don't rile yourself. I've got a crying child outside my door, and a stranger won't move off my board. You're still breathing. You think that's funny? I think you're still sharp. I think you're lazy. I think you're bored. I think there's something wrong with him. There's something wrong with all of us. He's got something in his eyes. Most do. Don't play dumb. He dropped his boots off the desk, leaned forward. You think this is the first lost man with a story who's found your porch? No one's ever stayed. Maybe he's got a reason. You know him. I know of him. How? He was mentioned once. By who? Your husband. She froze. No, he didn't. The sheriff smiled slowly. Back before, when things got complicated. He never said that. Because you weren't supposed to hear it. She stepped closer. You better start speaking clearly. He passed through here, long time back, quiet fella, not violent, not loud, just off. Off how? Listen too close, remember too much, picks at things. Is he a threat? Not to me. To me? The sheriff shrugged. You think a man holding a baby is your biggest danger, Ruth, then you've forgotten this town. She slammed her hand on the desk. He's not right. Neither are you. Excuse me. You bury a man, stay in the same house, talk to a chair for 4 years, and you expect me to believe you've got a clean grip on what's normal? She pulled her hand back. You think this is funny. Number, I think it's old. I want him gone. You want a badge, Ruth? What? You want to wear it? Tell people what to do. Get thanked for saving their porches. She said nothing. Then I suggest you go home, close your door, and let the wind sort it. That's it. You've lived here long enough. You know how it works. Nothing works. Exactly. I'll shoot him. No, you won't. Try me. You'll miss it. You don't know me. He stood now. I know enough. You knew my husband. I did. You bury him too. He paused. No. Can you help cover it? No. Then why is this man here now? Sometimes the ground sends things back up. She stared at him. He added, I'd leave it be. I never asked for this. None of us did. She turned and walked out. The sun was coming up behind the silos, burning cold light through the sky. She didn't slow her steps until the house came back into view. Her stomach turned before she got close. The baby wasn't crying. The porch was too quiet. She climbed the steps, heart pounding. The door was open, just enough. She pushed it wider. He was inside, sitting in her chair, rocking slow. Baby asleep in his arms. Chair creaking back and forth. The chair rocked like it had never stopped. Ruth stood in the kitchen doorway, staring at him, legs crossed, one hand on the armrest, the other curled gently around the baby. His thumb moved slowly over the edge of the quilt. He didn't look at her, just rocked, just breathed. The sound of the old wood filled the room, soft and deep, like breath against bone. You need to go. Baby's asleep. I don't care. She does. You don't belong here. No one does. You said you'd stay outside. She got cold. I didn't invite you in. You didn't lock the door. That doesn't mean walk through it. I knocked first. I didn't answer. I waited. You waited 5 seconds. Felt longer. She stepped closer, fists tight. That chair's mine. It's still yours. It's not for you. I'm keeping it warm. It's not for keeping warm. Then what's it for? Nothing now. He looked at the baby. She likes it. You don't know what she likes. She stopped crying. She could have stopped anywhere. She stopped here. That doesn't mean a thing. He rocked once more. It means she's safe. You don't know that. I do now. You think I can't throw you out? I think you didn't. She moved toward him. I can make you leave. You won't. Why not? You're tired. I'm angry. You're tired first. She didn't answer. Her eyes landed on the bundle in his arms. The blanket had slipped, revealing a cheek, pink from warmth, eyes fluttering beneath lids. You feed her? Yes. What? Milk from the store. You steal again? No. Who gave it to you? Lady near the bridge. Said don't come back. You plan on it? No. She looked at the floor, then back at the child. You wash your hands. Before and after. You lie easy. I do everything easy. You make yourself at home easy, too. I didn't mean to. You always say that. Only when it's true. She sat down on the floor, knees stiff. I don't like this. I know. I didn't ask for her. She didn't ask for you. She has a family. Not that I saw. She got a name. Not that I heard. You gonna name her? No. You want me to? No. She's not mine. She could be. No, she couldn't. He looked at her. You had one before? She looked away. No. You sure? Yes? You lost someone. You don't know anything about me. You rock in silence. That doesn't mean anything. You talk to the porch. People talk to dogs, too. She ain't a dog. She ain't mine. Not yet. She stood back up fast. Don't say that. I didn't mean it to be cruel. It's still cruel. I meant she's meant to be somewhere. She's not meant to be here. Why not? Because I buried a child in the back field, and I don't want another inside this house. He stopped rocking. You never said that before. I never said it to anyone. He didn't look at her. What happened? Fever. The doctor came too late. How old? 2 days. Boy or girl? Didn't name it. Why not? No point. There's always a point. No one talks about it here. Doesn't mean it didn't happen. I never told my husband. Why? He wasn't the father. Did he know? I don't think so. Did he ask? No. Then maybe he did. She walked to the sink, poured water without drinking. You think I'm broken? No. I think I am. Maybe that's why she came. Number she came because you dragged her here. I carried her. It's the same thing. I didn't know where else. You could have kept walking. I did. You could have left her on a church step. She would have cried. She cries anyway. Not here. Don't say that. It's true. She's not a sign. I didn't say she was. She's not a gift. She's not a curse either. Ruth turned, slammed the cup in the basin. You don't get to say things like that in this house. It ain't yours when you say it like that. Yes, it is. Then throw me out. She stepped closer. Don't tempt me. I'm not. She stared at the chair, the baby, the man holding her like it was the only thing he'd never broken. The room smelled different now. Warmer, softer, too alive. I can't touch her. I know. I try, but I freeze. She doesn't blame you. She doesn't know me. She will. I don't want her to. You're lying. Why are you doing this? I ain't doing anything. You're turning this house into something it shouldn't be. I'm just sitting. It's too much. He rocked forward once, then stopped. You want me to stop? I want everything to stop. That's not the same. Close enough. That night, the house stayed quiet. She tried to sleep, but couldn't. She got up around 2. The floor was cold. The light under the door flickered. She moved slowly, hand grazing the wall. From the living room came the voice. Low, familiar. You don't have to cry. She'll hold you someday. Might not be now, might not be soon, but she will. She's still in there. She froze. The voice was her husband's. Same sound, same drawl, same words he whispered once after the loss. Her hand trembled on the frame. She jolted awake to silence. Not the soft kind, the kind that clamps down, the kind that follows absence. Her ears reached first. Nothing. No creak, no cry, no breath. She pushed the blanket off, feet hitting the floor before her thoughts could catch up. She moved through the house like it was unfamiliar. The chair was empty, quilt folded on the cushion. The front door hung open a crack. Cold air spilled in. She stepped outside. Porch boards are cold, soft with dew. The rag picker wasn't there. Neither was the baby. Her breath caught sharp. She scanned the yard, heart spiking hard. Then she saw him, out near the tree line, by the well. He stood over it, leaning forward just slightly. One arm hung loose at his side. The other rested on the stones. He didn't move when she came up behind him. "Where is she?" He didn't look back. "Safe." "Where?" "In the shed, sleeping." "You left her alone." "She ain't alone." "You left her." "She's close." "You—" He raised his hand slightly. "Listen." She stopped. The wind shifted, still no sound. "You hear it?" "There's nothing." "Exactly." "What are you doing out here?" "Thinking." "You don't get to wander my land." "I didn't wander. I came here on purpose." "You don't go near this well." "It called me." "Don't say that." He tilted his head. "What did you bury down there?" Her throat tightened. "Nothing." He looked down again. "It's deep." "I said nothing." "Old rope tied off, cracked stone. Lid's been moved before. It's just a hole. No hole stays empty forever." "Stop." "You used to walk out here every morning." "You don't know that." "I saw it." "When?" "First time I passed this way." "Years back." "You weren't supposed to be looking." "I always look." "You're lying." "You always stopped right here, stared for a minute, then went back inside." She stepped closer. "Why are you here?" "Same reason you are." "I'm here because you disappeared." "I didn't disappear." "You took that baby." "She's fine." "I should have called the sheriff." "Go ahead." "You think I won't?" "You didn't last time." "You don't scare me." "I'm not trying to." "Then say what you want." He pointed at the well. "What's in there?" "Nothing." He nodded slowly. "Try again." "There's nothing in there." "You sure?" "I sealed it up." He turned toward her. "You dug it once." "That was years ago." "Why?" "Because this land doesn't hold water." "But it holds other things." Her voice cracked. "I didn't put anything in it." "But you thought about it." She turned away. "Stop talking." "I know the sound a body makes when it hits stone." "Shut up." "Rope's still tied off." "It's just old." "Or useful." She turned back, eyes wild. "You don't know anything." "I know grief leaves stains." "Shut your mouth." "I know secrets won out." She grabbed his shirt. "You don't get to speak like that." He didn't flinch. "Say it." "Say what?" "What you lost." "I didn't lose anything." "You did." "I had a life." "And then?" "It ended." "Because of." "Don't do this." "Say it." "I won't." "You need to." "I said I won't." He pulled her hand off his chest. Hold it a moment before letting go. "What's her name?" "Whose?" "The one you buried." She froze. Wind tugged her skirt. "You never gave her one, did you?" Ruth's voice dropped. "She wasn't supposed to come." "But she did." "She came early. Blood won't stop." "And no one came." "They came late." "Too late." "She was already cold." "And your husband." "He wasn't the father." "So he didn't want her?" "He never knew." "And you didn't tell him?" "I couldn't." "So you came out here." "I needed her close." "You dug with your own hands?" "Yes." "You lowered her down." "She was small." "Too small for a grave." "She fits in a shoebox." She choked on the last word. He didn't move. "I covered her myself." "Then sealed it?" "Yes." "With stone?" "Yes." "And the chair." "She was supposed to grow into it." He looked down again. "Now we can stay." She blinked. "What?" "You've told it now." Her lips trembled. "Told what?" "The truth." She stepped back. "That doesn't change anything." "It changes everything." "No, it doesn't." "She can rest now." "Who?" "Both of them." She looked past him at the well. The stones were damp, moss on the edge. Her legs shook. "You keep seeing things, don't you?" he asked. "Sometimes." "You hear her cry at night?" "Yes." "She wasn't crying." "I thought she was." "She was waiting." "For what?" "For this." She dropped to her knees, ground cold, fingers in the dirt. "Did she forgive me?" "I think she never blamed you." Ruth's shoulders shook. She didn't cry out loud, just small. The rag picker turned back toward the trees. Come back when you're ready. Where are you going? To check on the other one. She's not mine. She could be. I don't know how. You didn't before either. She watched him walk away. The wind passed again. She tore through the drawer like it owed her something. Letters scattered, some still sealed, others yellowed and soft at the edges. Her breath came quickly, hands shaking more than they should have. The night air pressed heavy through the open window. Lamps burned low. Somewhere behind her, the chair creaked once. She didn't turn. She grabbed a small stack, tied with red thread, untied it fast. Ink faded but readable. Her husband's handwriting, slanted, rushed. The first one dated 4 years back. Sheriff's name in the second line. Her eyes skimmed faster. Money. Land. This is well mentioned. A child. No name. The phrase, she'll never know. She dropped it, picked up another, different handwriting. Formal. Sealed with a rusted pin. County seal. Payment agreement. Title held in escrow. Witness. Sheriff B. Ballon. She grabbed the edges of the drawer, steadied herself. Looking for someone. She turned fast. He was in the doorway, half-shadowed, barefoot again, shirt unbuttoned at the top. The baby was nowhere in sight. How long have you been there? Long enough. Have you been reading this? No. You knew where to find it. I didn't. You're lying. Not this time. She stepped forward. You've been in this house when I wasn't looking. No. You know things you shouldn't. I know things that weren't told. You've been listening. Always. You went through his things. They were already open. You think you've got a right. I think I've got a reason. You think I won't throw you out? You haven't. You think that means something? It means you're scared. Of what? Of the truth. She stepped closer. You don't get to talk about the truth. He owed. He owed who? The land. Don't speak in riddles. Your man owed. To what? To silence. What kind of silence? The kind that keeps people buried. He wasn't that kind of man. He made a deal. With who? With Ballon. For what? For peace. Peace from what? From what came before you. She froze. Say it plain. There was another. She backed up, shaking her head. No. Before you? No. There wasn't. A girl, small town, quiet. You don't know anything. She got sick. Didn't make it. No. Wasn't his. But he raised her for a time. You're lying. When she died, he broke. Stop talking. He went to the sheriff, asked for help. What kind of help? Covering it. No. They buried her under a different name. You weren't there. I read the land. She looked back at the drawer. You read nothing. Your house holds it. It holds dust. It holds memory. Get out. No. Now. You need to see it through. You're not part of this. I was sent. By who? By consequence. She narrowed her eyes. You think you're some messenger? I'm a reminder. Of what? What happens when you bury things twice? She stepped toward him. I don't believe you. You don't need to. You're just a vagrant with stories. I'm more than stories. You make things up. I've seen more than you think. You shouldn't be here. I'm here. You're trespassing. I'm owed. By who? Your man paid. You'll pay too. She stared at him, chest rising sharply. I've paid enough. No, I lost everything. Not yet. You think this house means something. It's built on the deal. It's wood and nails. It's a record. I didn't sign anything. You live in it. She grabbed the letter off the floor, held it out. Then read it. Read what he left. I already did. When? When I passed through years ago. Then why come back? Because the debt came due. Her hands dropped. The letter fluttered to the ground again. She looked past him, toward the hallway. Where's the baby? In the bedroom. Is she still laughing? No. Cry. Not since sunset. You feed her. She didn't want much. She always wants to. She's waiting. For what? For you. I'm not her. You could be. I won't. You might. She turned toward the fire. Why'd he lie to me? Because he loved you. Love doesn't hide children. It does when it's ashamed. He never said her name. She didn't have one long. She wasn't mine. She is now. The wind pushed through the window. The flame flickered. He stepped closer, voice softer. You think you're cursed? I think I'm tired. You're carrying more than your own weight. She sank into the chair across from him, rubbed her face. You came for the porch, she said. I came for what's underneath it. She looked at the floorboards. What is? Truth. A sound broke the air. Light, quick, unmistakable. Laughter from the back room. Her head snapped up. The rag picker didn't move. You hear that? She asked. He nodded. First time. Why now? Because the house changed. No, it didn't. You did. She stood, slow. You're still leaving. Not yet. Why? The lantern came off the hook fast, Ruth's hand tight around the base, the flame inside trembling but steady. The room lit up, yellow on old wood, shadows dancing behind her. The rag picker sat in the chair like he owned it, the baby resting against his chest, barely making a sound. He didn't move when she stepped in. Get out. He blinked slowly. She's sleeping. I don't care. She'll wake if you yell. I said, get out. He looked at the flame. That oil smells strong. You think I won't do it? I think you might. I'll burn this whole place. He didn't flinch. Then what? Then it ends. For who? For all of us. He stood, quiet, shifted the baby into the blanket, set her in the basket on the floor. She stirred but didn't cry. Go. No. You think I'm bluffing? I think you're scared. I am. Then lower it. Not until you leave. I won't. Why? Because she's safe here. She's not yours. She's not yours either. You don't know what this house has seen. I know what it feels like. You think that matters? It's everything. She took a step forward, holding the lantern high. You talk like you're owed. I am. You think pain gives you permission? I think it gives me purpose. You don't belong here. I never did. Then why stay? Because I'm needed. By who? He nodded at the basket. Her. She doesn't know you. She knows I stayed. Ruth pointed the flame toward the curtain. You walk now, or I light this. Do it. Don't push me. I'm not. You want to test me? I want you to decide. She raised it higher. The curtain brushed the glass. The clothes touched the heat. The smell shifted. She's asleep, he said again. She's not deaf. She's not ready. She's a baby. She's yours. No. You already claimed her. She's a ghost. She's real. I'm not her mother. You could be. She has no name. Then give her one. I gave one once and buried it. Then try again. You think it's that simple? No. You think I haven't lost enough? I think you're still standing. I shouldn't be. But you are. She lowered the lantern just enough to see his face clearer. He wasn't smiling. He wasn't pleading. He was waiting. I didn't ask for this. None of us did. You brought it here. I followed something. What? Her voice. She doesn't speak. She does. You're crazy. Maybe. You hear babies calling? I hear what needs me. You need help. So do you. She turned the lantern toward the wall. Light touched the photo. Her husband smiling, arms around no one, just air. He lied to me. I know. He left me with pieces. You're putting them back. They don't fit. They will. They don't. Then start over. I don't want new. Then keep the old. It's broken. He stepped toward her. Burn it then. She didn't move. He took another step. Burn every board, burn the crib, burn the porch, but she'll still be here. No, she won't. She will. Why? Because she chose you. She didn't know. She felt. Ruth raised the lantern again. Her hand shook. The flame bent. She needs someone, he said. So, go find them. She found you. I'm not enough. You're still here. She'll hate me. She'll need you. I can't. You already have. The baby whimpered. Software. Not quite a cry, just a breath with a sound in it. Ruth stared at the flame. Her hand drifted toward the curtain again, fabric close, heat rising. I can't raise another one, she whispered. You don't have to. I can't lose another. You won't. You don't know that. She's stronger. She's tiny. So were you. Ruth's eyes filled, but nothing fell. She breathed hard. You don't get to stay, she said. Say it again. You don't get to stay, he nodded. Then I won't, she blinked. But she will, he added. Her fingers loosened around the lantern. The baby cried once. Ruth turned. The sound cracked through her like glass breaking in the next room. She stepped back, lowered the flame, set the lantern on the floor. I walked to the basket. She didn't pick her up, just crouched beside her. I watched her mouth move. I don't know what to do. She'll show you. She'll cry. She's allowed. She'll keep me up. She already has. Ruth placed her hand on the edge of the quilt, not touching skin, just cloth, just close. She has your eyes, the rag picker said. No, she doesn't. She does. She's not mine. She is now. Ruth stood. I walked past him, picked up the lantern. Then you stay, she said. He looked at her, but only under my rules. The knock didn't come like a warning. It came like a verdict, slow, flat. Just 3 raps, spaced like punctuation. Ruth stood frozen in the hallway, baby in one arm, other hand gripping the edge of the doorframe. No voice followed the knock, just silence. She shifted her weight, looked toward the chair. Empty. The rag picker wasn't in the room. She moved fast, crossed to the back room, set the baby in the basket lined with towels, pulled a blanket up over her, tucked it under with shaking hands. She whispered low. Not a sound now. The baby blinked once, then closed her eyes like she'd understood. Ruth shut the door behind her, kept her palm on the knob, breathing shallow. The knock came again. She stepped to the front, opened the door 2 inches. Sheriff Ballon stood with his hands in his coat, mouth tight, hat dripping from the night fog. You're up late, she said. So are you. What do you want? You already know. No, I don't. I heard you've got guests. Who told you that? He shrugged. Doesn't matter. Are you out here because of a rumor? I'm out here because I was told something I didn't want to believe. Believe what? That you'd forgotten what quiet means. She stepped out, pulled the door halfway closed behind her. You're wasting your time. He glanced past her shoulder. I'd like to come in. No. Why not? I didn't ask for company. He rocked once on his heels. I hear you've taken something that doesn't belong to you. Taken? Kept. You mean the child. I mean the bundle. She's not yours either. She's not yours. She's here. Not for long. Are you planning to take her? Don't want to. But you will. If I have to. On what charge? Doesn't need one. She's unclaimed. She's safe. That's not enough. Ruth stepped forward. What's this really about? He looked down, wiped a drop from his hat brim. Old debts. Yours or mine? Town's. She's not in debt. She's a problem. She's a child. She's a story that doesn't line up. She's not your business. She is when you make her public. No one's seen her. One of the boys from the co-op saw your porch lit at 2 a.m, saw a man walking with a bundle, said he heard crying. Are you coming here over gossip? I'm coming here because that man ain't from here. And you know what that means. I know it means you're scared of ghosts. I'm scared of bloodlines. Say that again. I'm scared of what happens when secrets don't stay put. You're not making sense. He met her eyes. That child looks like someone I buried. Ruth didn't blink. You buried a lot of people. I buried one that mattered. You buried lies. She was born to someone wrong. That's all I'll say. Who? You already know. I don't. Your husband knew. My husband's dead because he played dumb. You think she's his number, but he knew who she was. And you think it's the same child? I think it might be. That was years ago. Some things don't die. She's not a thing. She's a symbol. She's alive. She's dangerous. To who? To everyone who buried the last one. She didn't ask to be born. She wasn't supposed to be born. Then take it up with God. I'm taking it up with you. She's in my care now. That's not your choice. It is now. He stepped closer. Where is he? Who? The man. Gone. Are you lying? Yes. He nodded. Where is he? Behind you. The sheriff turned slowly. The rag picker stood under the eaves, just outside the lantern light, barefoot again. The coat is open, hands at his sides. You bring trouble, the sheriff said. I bring what follows. You bring questions. They were already here. You know who she is. I do. You know what she causes. I do. Then why'd you bring her here? She didn't cry anywhere else. You think that means something? It means she felt safe. The sheriff looked back at Ruth. Are you letting him stay? I am. He's a liar. So is my husband. He's a thief. So were you. He brings heat. This house was cold. The sheriff's lip curled. You think you can protect them? I know I can. You think the town will let you? I don't care what they leave. You're alone. I've been alone longer than you know. You'll lose this house. Then I'll lose it. You'll lose your name. I never liked it anyway. You'll lose respect. I buried that with my first child. The sheriff stepped toward her. Where is she? Sleeping. I want to see her. No. She might not be safe. She's safer than she's ever been. Let me decide that. No. He reached for the door. Ruth moved faster, stepped between him and the frame. You touch that door, you better be ready to shoot through me. He didn't flinch. Don't make me. You don't have it in you. I do. Then try. He stared at her. Long. Then said quieter, You don't know what she'll bring. She'll cry. She'll bring ruin. She'll bring life. She's from a cursed name. She's got no name. She's got the wrong blood. She's got mine now. He looked down at her chest. She didn't back away. He raised a hand, not reaching, just hovering. Then the cry came. From inside the house. Small, tired, real. He looked past her shoulder. She's awake, Ruth said. He moved to step around. She shifted again, blocking him. You won't touch her. I've touched worse. Then don't tempt worse still. The rag picker hadn't moved. The sheriff looked at him. You want this? I didn't want anything. You still think you're right. I never thought I was. Then why are you here? To be wrong with her. She's not yours. She is now. She'll carry every sin. So will I. She'll be hunted. She already was. The sheriff shook his head. You brought this on her. She didn't ask. She'll grow into it. Then we'll teach her how. You can't outrun names. We don't plan to. He looked at Ruth again. Last chance. For what? To hand her over. No. You're sure? I am. Then I'm coming back. Do. With a paper. Bring it. With a badge. Shine it. With men. I'll be waiting. He stepped off the porch, walked to his truck without another word. Gravel crunched. The engine started. Headlights didn't blink until he turned at the bend. Ruth watched until they vanished. Then she opened the door. The baby's cry was softer now. She walked in. The rag picker followed. She's cold, Ruth said. I'll warm her. She needs to eat. There's milk left. She needs a name. He looked at her. Yours. No. Then what? Something new. She walked to the basket, lifted the baby, held her for the first time without hesitation. She cried for me, Ruth whispered. She will again. Let her. He nodded. Ruth sat down. The chair rocked, once, twice, and then again. Rain hit the windows like pebbles, not soft, not scattered, steady, hard. Ruth stood near the hearth, arms tight across her chest. The fire had gone low. No one spoke. The baby was in the corner basket, quiet for now, wrapped in the last clean blanket she had. The rag picker stood by the front door, back to it, watching the room like he wasn't in it. The floor creaked once, then came the knock. She didn't move. The knock came again. He opened it this time. Sheriff Billon stepped in soaked, coat dripping, boots heavy with mud. He shut the door behind him without asking. Didn't wipe his feet. You weren't invited, Ruth said. I'm not here to drink. Then why? Because lies don't die quiet. The rag picker stepped sideways, not blocking, not yielding, just shifting. Billon's eyes found the child first, then Ruth, then the rag picker. You told me he was gone. I lied. You lied to a lawman. You lied first. He sniffed, rain sliding down his jaw. I gave you a warning. And I answered. She's still here. She's asleep. She's cursed. She's fed. He moved further into the room, rain pooling behind him. She shouldn't exist. Neither should you. He looked at the rag picker. You dragged this on her. She found me. You brought this storm. It was coming anyway. She has no right to be here. She's already here. She carries his blood. She carries breath. Billon's voice cracked. You want to see what happens when old bloodlines rise again? Ruth's voice was colder. You mean yours? His stare turned sharp. Careful. No. I said no. He turned back to the rag picker. You think you're a prophet? No. You think you're owed? No. You think dragging her back makes it right? She wasn't supposed to die. You think I made that choice? I know you did. She was a mistake. She was a child. She was born wrong. She was born yours. Ruth's breath caught. Say that again. Bilhan turned toward her. She was mine. No. Before your husband, before your porch, before the quiet, you lied to me. I protected you. You protected yourself. I spared you. You buried her. I had to. She was your daughter. She was a threat. She was a baby. She was proof. Proof of what? What I was. What I did. Who I hurt. And you kept going. I made peace. With whose blood? With silence. Ruth stepped forward, voice breaking. My husband knew. Bilhan nodded. He helped bury her. She shook. Where? In the hills, past the orchard. Grave too shallow. The stone is too light. He never told me. He loved you. He left me. He left all of us. The rag picker said nothing, still as furniture, eyes on the sheriff. Bilhan turned back to him. And you. What are you? Remnant. Of what? Of her? You think you carry her voice. I carry her memory. You weren't her kin. No. Then how? I found her grave. You dug it? I sat beside it. You came to weep? I came to listen. And she told you to come here? She didn't have to. You're sick. I'm honest. You're trespassing on a life that's not yours. She made it mine. Bilhan's voice cracked again. You think grief gives you license? I think silence gave you too much. Ruth's hands were shaking now. She moved to the fire, picked up the poker, pressed it to the coals. You gonna use that? The sheriff asked. Maybe. You gonna burn me? I should. Then do it. You buried your own child. She wasn't like other girls. She was exactly like them. She would have ruined everything. She would have healed you. She reminded me of things I wasn't ready to see. She wasn't a mirror. She was wounded. You left her cold. I covered her. Not enough. You think I don't live with it? You don't live at all. He stepped toward the fire. I came to fix this. You came to erase it. I came to take the child. You'll leave empty. You won't stop me. I already am. The rag picker stepped forward finally. She doesn't belong to you. She belongs to no one. She chose. She's blood. She's the future. She's infected. She's cured. Bilhan pulled his coat open. His badge gleamed once in the firelight. You see this? He said. I see rust, Ruth answered. I see power, he said. I see shame. I can take her. You'll have to go through me. I've done worse. Then do it. He stepped forward fast. She didn't back up. The baby cried once, sharp, clear. The whole house froze. Ruth turned. I walked to the back room, opened the door, lifted her up, held her, rocked her, breathed her in. She's mine now, Ruth said. You can't just claim her, Bilhan said. She claimed me. You'll drown. Then I'll drown holding her. She'll ruin you. She already changed me. You're not strong enough. I buried one. I'll raise another. You'll make the same mistake. Number, that was yours. She stepped into the room holding the child. The baby stopped crying. Bilhan looked broken now. He stared not at the child but at the chair. I used to sit there. Ruth nodded. When you were good. I don't remember that. I do. He turned to the rag picker. You gonna stay too? No. You gonna haunt us? I already have. You want revenge? I want to rest. You think she'll give it? She already did. Bilhan looked at the baby one last time. She has her eyes. Ruth's voice softened. Whose? My mother's. Do you remember her? Only when I see this child. Then remember better. He stepped back, turned toward the door. You leave that badge on the porch, Ruth said. He didn't stop walking. You don't wear it anymore, she said. He opened the door. Rain came in sideways. He looked back once. He'll take everything from you, just like before. Then he left. The door shut hard. The baby looked up at Ruth and smiled. The chair creaked behind her. Once, twice, then still. The house held its breath after the sheriff left. Rain still tapped the roof, softer now, like it had tired itself out. Wind pressed the walls once and then let go. Ruth stood in the middle of the room, baby against her chest, the weight of everything behind her bones. The rag picker hadn't moved. He stood near the door, wet at the edges, face unreadable. His eyes never left hers. You knew he'd come. Yes. You planned for it? No. Then why'd you stay? She cried. She cries a lot. Not like that. Ruth adjusted her grip. The baby was warm, quiet, breathing steady against her collar. She could feel the tiny hand pressing into her shoulder like it meant something. You brought trouble. I brought her. She wasn't yours. She was never mine. She still isn't. I know. Then why keep pushing? I didn't want her to die. That's not enough. It was for me. She moved to the fire, rocked her heel against the rug, one hand running along the baby's back. You don't get to stay here. I never said I would. You said you wouldn't leave. I said I wouldn't until you told me. So tell me why you stayed. Because she needs a mother. She needs more than that. She needs to be held. She needs to be safe. She already is. Ruth's eyes narrowed. And you? What do you need? Somewhere to leave what I've been carrying. You mean her? Number her story. Whose? The one that was buried. The one they forgot. The one they erased so they could keep going. You carry ghosts. So do you. You made me remember. I didn't have to try hard. You think I'm strong. I think you're standing. That's not the same. It's enough. She moved toward the kitchen, slow, set the baby on the table in her basket, then turned back toward him. What happens now? You decide. You said that before. It's still true. I don't want